Right. What's your thoughts on dating multiple people? Do you think it's okay? I sort of feel like since the rise of dating apps, we've kind of adopted this Americanized style of dating where it's perfectly fine to match, to chat to, and to go on dates with multiple people. But is that okay? I personally feel like it's a no from me. It sort of shows me someone's intentions if they're already chatting to or going on dates with someone else. But what do you think?
Work for a minority, and that needs to be said clearly. Most of the women on those apps are looking at the same small group of men. The ones who get the most attention, the ones who look better, the ones who know how to market themselves, the ones who have options. So what happens then? That man talks to several women at the same time, goes out with several women at the same time, and the average woman ends up feeling like no one takes her seriously. Like the women in this video, who are not receiving attention from men, they have become leftover women after 30, and that is making them lose their minds. Don't forget to subscribe and comment. Let's begin.
So, I just have a question. Where are the men? Genuinely asking from a woman who is single in her 40s. I've done the dating apps. I've done it. I'm done with it. I'm done. But I've noticed the last couple of men that I've dated, gone on dates with, they want to be chased. They want to be courted. They want to be the woman. When did this happen? Why did this happen? When did this happen? Where are the men that actually want to be men and be gentlemen and be chivalrous and be respectful and want to do all the manly things? Where are you people? Honestly, where are you people? I don't understand this. It's like they are waiting for me to ask them out on a date. They're waiting for me to say, "Oh, are you available Friday night?" I'm like, hello. When did this happen? And I'm talking about middle-aged men here. I'm not talking about guys in their 20s. And honestly, maybe I should start dating younger people. I don't know. But I'm talking about middle-aged, over-the-hill, balding men. And there's nothing wrong with going bald, by the way. I'm just saying, like, you're past your prime. And yet you think you should be the one being chased. You know, I would like to be in my feminine energy and be soft and pink, but I can't do that if you are in your feminine energy all the time and you're being soft and pink. It doesn't work that way. I don't want to be in my masculine energy. I want to just not have to think. I want you to call me and say, "Hey, are you available Friday, 8 o'clock? I'll come pick you up." Great. What is going on in the world? I'm out here on Long Island. For those of you that don't know, it's in New York. Where are you people? Where are you masculine men? Where are you? I don't know. I just don't get it anymore. It's crazy. Anyway, that was my little rant. But genuinely asking, where are you people?
Times have changed, brothers, and this woman hasn't realized it. She asks, "Where are the men?" But men didn't disappear. What disappeared was the patience to chase a woman who shows no real interest. Many men have already understood that they're not going to keep spending time, money, and energy in a dynamic where they have to do everything while the woman just sits on her throne waiting to be conquered. That movie is coming to an end for them. Many are tired of investing time and money in women who later put them in the friend zone, while the guy they actually like is the one they go after themselves. Also, if you've gone out with men in the past through dating apps, why not show interest? Why not send a good morning? Invite him for a coffee. Tell him you want to see him. A man also wants you to show interest in him. That's how you show that you want a relationship. I don't see anything wrong with that.
I stopped arguing and cursing out men when I realized that they thought that that was cute. When I realized a lot of men said things like, oh, when you're angry, you're cute, or thought that having a crazy girl was fun, I realized that my energy was being harnessed and used in the most weird way to make you feel like you're important because you never learned effective communication. So the only way you ever seen love is when someone curses you the fuck out. I can't be with any man like that. That's unnatural. You hate yourself. You won't be able to love me. Like, some men will step to you just to try to humble you and try you. You could have a man chasing you for 20 fucking years. And when you finally try to give him a chance, the first thing he will try to do is bring you to how you made him feel. So sometimes they will engage with you just to get you angry because they think it's cute. They think they get you mad that it means that you like them, that you care about them. Like, a lot of men think the only reason you're reacting so loudly is because you want them. And when I realized that, I just started walking away from men like, bye, blocked, move. It actually, there's something so powerful about ignoring men. Like, shut up.
Listen, if a man comes into your life and you have to, in some shape or form, improve him physically, mentally, career-wise, let that man go. Because if you're doing that now, you will be doing that the entire relationship. You will be holding his hand. And the moment you let go, he is back to his default. And at that point, that's your child. You want him to be acting more like a father than a son. And that's on the Holy Spirit. But not that ass. Let that man go because you're better on your own. Bye.
It is so offensive to think that a man would think that you would like him for free. It is so offensive for a man to think that you would give him your time, your body, marriage, have his children, carry on his legacy, have an extension of him for free. It is just as easy to fall in love with a broke man as it is a generous man or a rich man. So choose wisely. I know you would like to think that you don't choose who you fall in love with, but that is very far from the truth. Anyone that you give substantial amount of time to and energy to is someone that you could fall in love with. So when you let your thoughts run wild, even if you're not with them physically, if you're allowing someone to consume your thoughts and you're not being intentional, you could fall in love with that person. I personally do not believe in struggle love. I will not be with a man that's going to make me struggle with him because I do not believe a man that truly loves you would want you to struggle. Okay? And just know that love is a feeling. Even if you're super in love with somebody today, down the line, there's going to be a point in time you're going to fall out of love and you're going to have to learn how to fall in love with them again, right? That's how relationships work. It takes a lot of effort from both partners to keep the relationship going. So wouldn't you rather just start off with somebody that has clear direction and a man with a plan than to choose somebody that doesn't even know how to take care of themselves? Stop loving these men for free. Please.
You know, sometimes I wonder where the woman who used to be a good life partner went. The modern woman is masculine, speaks with an arrogant attitude, and makes you feel like you're with another man. Where is the woman who went through the process of success with you? The woman you joined with to build a life project together. That woman who joined your path. Today there are women who have the mindset that the worse they treat men, the more men will want them. Something that is a fallacy only a simp with low self-esteem would accept. I don't even look at this type of woman. She thinks she's doing you a favor just by talking to you. They're not feminine. They don't radiate the energy of a delicate woman. In my opinion, it's like being with another man.
Do not ever get with the man or be with the man who has been pursuing you for ages. Now, I know this may sound counterintuitive, and that man sitting in your DMs who's been trying to get with you for months or years may seem like the right choice. He's not. If you do decide to give this man a chance, he will be so butthurt by the fact that you have not given him the immediate yes. He will make you miserable. It does not matter how much he likes you. It does not matter how much he wanted you. You have said no to him, and you have taken his ego down a notch. And what he will do in this case is make sure you pay for that. I have seen this time and time again with my friends, where they do not give the man a chance at first, and then they do later on when they decide, oh, okay, he's really been trying, he's been heavily pursuing me, I've said no X amount of times, he has to really want me. He did not get that immediate yes, and therefore he will make you miserable. He wants to take you down a peg. Because how dare you say no to him, right? So do not get with that man who has been heavily pursuing you and you have said no to several times. It will end badly every time. I hope this helps. I love you.
About 5 months ago now, I broke up with my ex-boyfriend, and if this is a sign for you to break up with that man, this is a sign for you to break up with that man. I used to beg that man to go on vacation with me. I was there, anywhere you want to go. You pick, I'll pay. Just, I want to go on vacation. And he kept saying, we'll see. I'm in Mexico right now on my 4th trip out of the country in 5 months. And he's watching from at home on his couch. And I'm traveling the world with my best friends. So take this as a sign.
Men may not admit this, but they actually like women that have boundaries and stand on them. They really don't like or respect the woman that is pathetic. The woman that lets him do whatever he wants to do to her. The woman that always takes him back after he cheats. Like, he already know, like, yo, I could do whatever I want to do. Watch this. She's so pathetic. She gonna take me back. Oh, I know. She ain't going nowhere. He really does not like or respect that type of woman. They like the way that woman makes his ego feel inflated. They inflate their ego. But to really respect her, absolutely not. They don't really like the girl that called her phone back to back 50 times to get him to answer the phone. And then when he feel like answering it, she like, yeah, you better come over, da-da-da. Like, he could do whatever he wants to do. They don't care for that girl for real. They care about the one that got away, the woman that they will stalk for the rest of their lives. The woman that they really respect is the woman who literally put their foot down and said, you're not going to talk to me this kind of way, treat me this kind of way. I don't tolerate this. And stood on their boundaries. That's the woman they actually have the most respect for. And she's most likely no longer in his life. So now he's stalking her forever or thinking about her even though he was somebody else.
First of all, he's right to leave her, because if you were going on trips with friends while you had a partner, that's already a huge red flag. Second, genuine interest is not negotiable. Never try to force yourself into someone's life. I've always believed that intensely chasing someone who has told you no several times is a mistake, because first of all, why would you want to be with a woman who doesn't like you? Second, how much of your life are you going to waste chasing someone who doesn't want you? When a woman likes you, look how easy she makes it to be with her. You don't have to keep chasing or offering things. She makes the time to see you herself. Being behind someone for years is a waste of time.
I don't know if anyone's told you this, but the truth is overrated. I want you to go out there and lie to these men. The next time you go on a date or you have a conversation with someone you are considering romantically, when it comes to the topic of your exes, or any man that's been in your life, even platonically, as far as he's concerned, you have been treated like an absolute princess. You have never been treated badly. You've never been cheated on. You've never been made to feel second best or that you weren't enough. Everyone sees your worth and treats you accordingly, and you do not put up with shit. And you might be thinking, oh, well, if they all treat me well, then why are they my exes? Well, when the question comes up of why things never worked out in the past, you're going to say, we were in different places, we wanted different things, or we weren't as compatible as we first thought, but he treated me very well, I was treated with a lot of respect, but I know my worth, I know what I want, and I know when it's time to walk. And this is going to show him that you know your worth, you have boundaries, you have standards, and you do not put up with less than what you deserve. And if you are not getting what you want, you are out the door. When you tell people you haven't been treated well, or that you're a ride or die and you've put up with a lot, or you really gave someone loads of chances, this just sends the message that you are someone that keeps seeing the best in people and keeps putting up with shit, and you do not prioritize your own feelings for the sake of making something work, which gives the impression of desperation. Like you just really want this to work, so you're going to put so much energy in when you clearly aren't being treated well. And if you've accepted that in partners before, what's stopping you from accepting it again, especially when feelings are involved? And when he knows this, I don't care how good of a person he is or not, subconsciously or consciously, this information is going to affect the way he sees you and his impression of you. And as much as they might say they want a good woman that sticks by them through everything, that is such a ride or die, truthfully, they do not respect you. They will not respect you if you will put up with shit, if you are easy to manipulate, if you don't have high standards, that you don't have boundaries, or even if you set them, you don't actually follow through with consequences once somebody crosses your boundaries. Most men will not do more than what they feel is required of them. They're not going to go above and beyond, especially if they know that you are someone that has not received that kind of treatment before. You need to clock that men don't want the easy option. It might seem like they do, but someone to settle down with, they want someone with high standards, with self-respect. The more you do for yourself, the more highly these men think of you. The more you do for them, the more highly they think of themselves. They are wired very differently to us. Even the platonic relationships with men you've had in your life, be it your dad, your brothers, whoever, as far as he's concerned, they treat you like an absolute princess. I don't care if you have a dad or not. I don't care how good your relationship is with him or not. You don't have to go into details and make up lies about it. Just make a general comment of how well your family treats you, how much they prioritize you, or how you always get your way. So he gets the impression that you are highly valued, you are a princess with your family and with everybody else. And you are used to and only accept being treated like an absolute princess.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Honestly, women really buy this advice. Wouldn't it be better to find a man who actually likes you? Because the man who loves you will take care of you. But if you approach that man by telling lies, saying things you're not, what do you think will happen when your good girl mask falls off and that man discovers you belong to the streets? Because no matter how good a liar you are, you're living with a person, you have a relationship, and at some point you're going to slip up. Your brain won't stay active 24/7. But even if you manage it, and we all know how manipulative they can be, sooner or later that weighs on you. Your partner is supposed to be your rock, the one who's there in good times and bad. If you don't even know the person you're with, and you discover your whole relationship is a lie, that relationship will go down the drain. Remember my words, you can't make good wine from bad grapes. We've reached the end of the video, but before we go, the questions are for you. Why do women hate dating apps in 2026? What do you think is the reason men are putting less effort into dating? If you liked the video, give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell. Your support means a lot to us and motivates us to keep creating more content. Stay tuned for the next video from the wall.